Hi guys, Charlene here. This is going to be my first recipe that I share with you guys. Unfortunately, it's not the cheeseburger bites that I said I would make in my last video. Never got a chance to film it, but I did get a chance to film one of my favorite recipes, arepas. Arepas, they originated from either Colombia or Venezuela. I'm not sure which, but it's one of my favorite recipes. It takes about 40 minutes to make, and you can fill it with whatever fillings you like. I personally like the carne asada from the taco truck, but my taco truck only sells it on the weekends, and seeing that it's the middle of the week, I was craving arepas, and I just filled it with the leftover barbecue chuck roast and mozzarella cheese that I made yesterday. So this is the end product, and it's really delicious. Okay, well, comment, subscribe, tell me what you think. Hope you enjoy it. Bye.
Okay, so the ingredients you're going to need to make your arepas are 6 tablespoons of warm to hot water, a pinch of salt, some shredded Parmesan cheese, which is optional, olive oil, and your arepa mix. I use, I think it's pronounced P.A.N, but it's that yellow one with, it's spelled P.A.N. Anyway, let's get started. First, you add 6 tablespoons of your water. Get that out of the way. Pinch of salt, just a little bit to add flavor. And then you add just a, I don't know, I didn't measure it, but just a little bit, just maybe 1 or 2 drops of your oil, and 3 tablespoons of your arepa mix. Oh yeah, sorry. This is optional, but I love cheese, so, yeah. Whoops. I'm an idiot. Where's the, okay, here we go. So you mix it. This is just for one arepa, because Mike doesn't seem to enjoy these, but please make sure you wash your hands before you do this part. Okay, so you let it, you have to let it sit for about 5 minutes so they can get the consistency you want. Okay. Okay, so let that sit for a few minutes, and in the meantime, we will turn on our pan. Well, yeah, just turn on your pan. My hand's dirty, so I can't turn it on, but you get that.
Okay, so now that your pan is preheating for, I'm going to say 5 minutes, about 5 minutes, and your arepa dough has the consistency of damp Play-Doh. I don't know if you can see that. You're going to go ahead. Oh, don't forget to preheat your oven or convection oven on bake for 400 degrees while you are grilling your arepa. Okay, so you're going to grab it, and it should be about the size of a, I don't know, what is that? No, it's not the size of a baseball, and it's not the size of a golf ball. It's in between. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and shape your arepa. And what you want it to look like is a flat, round disc. And just do this. And I know I may not be the traditional arepa that the Venezuelans or Colombians are doing, but mine's pretty, I think mine's pretty close, and I don't know, I like the way it tastes, and I'm not perfect. I just like to eat. So yeah, just almost like making a tortilla, but not that flat. And it is a little time consuming, but it's worth it, I think. Kind of like tamales. They take a while to make, but they're delicious. And arepas are kind of like pupusas or a gordita, because you can fill them with whatever you like. My personal favorite that I like to fill it with is carne asada. And the taco truck outside my house has the best carne asada. Well, anyway, so this is what, if you want it bigger, you can, you know, add different proportions, but this is about the size of mine, like that, like a cookie. And you just put it on your preheated pan, no oil. Well, I use a non-stick pan, and traditionally you use it on a, what do you call it, cast iron pan, like a griddle. But mine is just a non-stick pan because I do not like cleaning cast iron pans. But let me switch this around for you. Oops. Well, this won't let me turn it around. Okay. Can you see that? There you go. Okay. Sorry, it's kind of camouflage. But here's my arepa, and I'm just going to go like that. Set the timer for, they say 10 minutes, but I like to, mine is, my stove settings is perfect at 7 minutes. So yeah, you just let it sit there for about 7 minutes, and then you're going to flip it when it's done.
Okay, so once your timer goes off, you're going to want to go ahead and flip it. And just, ta-da! And that's what you want it to look like on each side. Perfect brown, not burnt. And go ahead and reset your timer to another 7 minutes. Ooh, excuse my nail polish. It's been a long week. Alright, so now that the second side of the arepa is done, you can now stick it into your preheated oven or convection oven or toaster oven, whatever you have on hand, which is the perfect size for one single arepa. I like it to be toasted on both sides, so I don't use the pan. Just let it sit there. Anyway, like I said, 400 degrees. Can you read that? 400 degrees. And I'm going to set it for what is it, 20 minutes? About 20 minutes. I think that's 20 minutes. Oh, don't forget to turn off your stove. You want the house to burn. So after your arepa is finished baking, you want to listen for this hollow sound. Yeah, that means it's done. And then you can cut it using a small knife. It's my favorite knife. By Sean. And yeah, you're going to cut it in half. And since I only have 2 hands, I'm going to cut the video and restart it after it's cut. Sorry. Okay, now that it's cut, you're going to want to open it. And, ooh, that's hot. You see how it's nice and soft and fluffy on the inside? That's what you want it to look like. But since I do not have my carne asada, I'm just going to fill it with leftover barbecue chuck roast that I made the other day. I'm just craving an arepa, and I am willing to fill it with whatever I have on hand. My taco truck only sells on the weekend, so being that it's the middle of the week, I have to do with what I have, and sometimes I even just fill it with cheese and turkey meat, deli meat. And here's some mozzarella. I love cheese. And that's my arepa. Yeah. There you go. That's my arepa.